Hey Scorpio, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the second half of May. Please keep in mind these are general readings. Only take the messages that resonate for you, leave the rest behind. I do offer personal readings via Zoom. If you are interested, you can contact me below in the description box to set that up. I am probably going to be booking into June by now. I'm at the end of May, going into June, so give me a bit of time if you are contacting me. Let's take a look, Scorpio. What are the messages for you guys? Some itchy nose. Messages for Scorpio. I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be like Seven of Cups. I just feel like there's a lot of decisions and choices that you have to carefully take a look at. When I was sort of reflecting on your energy before the reading, it's just like choices. So we're going to get Seven of Cups. We're going to get Two of Swords, or Two of Wands, or Two of Pentacles. Like, it feels like you're in a place where you've really got to choose wisely, or choose the choices that you're making. Are you realizing if they are illusions? Are they effective? Are they helping? Are they hindering, you know? Nine of Swords. The Tower. Ooh, okay, well, there's something here that is really either stressing you out, Scorpio, causing a lot of anxiety around the ending of something or the failure of something. It feels like we're anticipating something that's not going to work out. It feels like something's like, I'm just waiting for the tower moment. I'm just waiting for something to have the rug pulled under your feet, or for something to come to an end. There is this, lack of sleep, because something here shows with that tower. What is this around? Why this stress? Queen of Swords. Okay. Again, definitely the queen who makes decisions, who knows exactly what to do, when to do it, has a very sharp mind, has a very discerning, scrutinizing way of doing things, of deciding, of cutting boundaries, cutting off. So there is something here that's bringing you to a decision place. Maybe this is the anxiety of what to end. Okay. Maybe this is something where you're saying, I'm going to have to end ... I'm going to have to cut off ... whatever that is. The Queen of Swords needs to make, or is making a decision, getting very clear. But I feel like you're coming to this, you're facing something, and it's kind of like, let's say it's a job, the night before, the week before, the month, it's like, I'm going to quit, I'm going to leave my job, or I have to, and it's just like, that's either stressing you out, or you're worried about maybe the fact that maybe you're going to lose your job. Maybe this place is downsizing or being bought out, or, so there's something here that is really, what do I do kind of energy. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, okay? What else? Taking action towards what you've got to do. It's kind of feeling a little bit like ripping the Band-Aid off here. There's that Two of Wands. You're in this place of a fork in the road, Scorpio, where it's kind of like, okay, I've got to take action either sooner or later. Either that situation's going to end on me, or I'm going to have to end on it. Okay, so there is something here about taking a look at your possibilities, at your options, taking a look at the direction that maybe you need to go down, and sort of calling the shot, making the decision. Okay, I don't think you're shy, Scorpio. I don't think Scorpios are very shy at cutting things off or making a change. You may sort of feel like, I don't want to have that happen to me, so this is what could be causing anxiety. Some people don't like what they may feel is a form of rejection or failure, so they'd rather cut it off. They'd rather run away or shut something down before it does it to them. Not necessarily the case for all of you, but there could be that I need to act quicker before it comes upon me sort of thing. And not necessarily, but there is a thing here about, because I get that from that Knight of Swords. Sometimes it can be a little bit hasty. I need to act before the action comes towards you. Okay, so that Two of Wands is definitely showing a decision. Death. Yeah, there's you guys, Scorpio. You may be the one that's going to end something, or you may be the one that's realizing This is coming. There's an ending. There's an ending. Scorpio energy, the death card. You guys are not shy of shutting things off or cutting them off, or, when you're all in, you're in. And when you're all out, you're out. So there is something here that's going to create a transformation in your life. There's going to be a change towards a new beginning. Tell me about the death card. This is all about you guys. And I could feel in your reading that Two of Wands, there you go, Scorpio in a decisive mode, needing to really make a decision, needing to decide if that decision is going to be made on you or upon you or for you, or are you going to make that choice decision towards this other person or situation that you're in. Tell me about the death card for Scorpio. I think the decision's on you for the most part. You could wait, whatever feels comfortable, but it's definitely creating a sense of stress or anxiety about the outcome or the ending. 10 of Cups. Wow. The new beginning for you, Scorpio, looks amazing. Okay? It's kind of like what needs to end brings you into a place of fulfillment, of joy, of happiness, of the things that you really do need to be in or that you really want to be in. It does feel like you're being provided with a lot of abundance, with that love. So this could be a transformation in relationships. I don't know, but that's a lot of love. That's a lot of inner contentment in the home. Your healing, your family, your love life, the contentment that you have within. But I feel like there's okay, I've got to make a decision because I got to follow through with what I love or what works for you or what fulfills you. Clarify that. I want that energy around. Let's see, 10 of Cups, the death, the 8 of Wands. Okay, moving forward quickly. This is a quick moving energy, Scorpio, especially with that Knight of Swords. So I think you're moving, what you're, some of you may be stressing unnecessarily because you might not realize that where life is taking you or what the direction you're heading in is onward, upward, and full of love, full of fulfillment, emotional happiness, the things that where you're supposed to be. So there is something that needs transformation, that needs a tower moment. It needs to be changed because it's driving you to decide on the direction you want to go or what you need to be in. What direction is going to fulfill you? Are you staying in a situation that you're just, maybe it's not giving you that 10 of Cups energy. Maybe you're not feeling like you're moving forward in life. Follow your passion. Follow that death energy of something needs to go and something needs to begin. It's very quick. And that's the death and the 8 of Wands. Quick moving changes happening for you guys. So again, you might have to sort of be very on your toes, very sharp-minded to make the quick moving decisions that are happening. There could be a lot of things at once and you've got to really be able to relay the moves that you're making. But I like this because I think you're really ultimately heading in a place of, 8 of Cups, walking away, King of Pentacles, okay? Reestablishing yourself, walking towards the stability. Maybe this is towards somebody here who has something more to provide or to offer you. Maybe this is a job, like I was saying, King of Pentacles, okay? The working energy of how you make your living, where you make your money. There is a walking away towards financial stability, towards something that feels more abundant for you. It makes more sense. There's a practicality here, Scorpio. There's something here that's practical. So what I mean by that is there could be something that I love. I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of an example, but there's something that it's I would love to just do nothing, or I would love to, that's not a good example, but I feel like you have to kind of let go of what's more of a dreamy energy of what is sort of that's what I love to do, but is it practical? Is it going to pay my bills? Is it going to bring me stability? Or do I just live in this dreamy energy or emotionally kind of that's what I want? So I feel like there's an energy of walking away from a situation that if it's a relationship, if you really love somebody or you really have emotional feelings for somebody, but is it practical? Is it working? Is it feasible? Sometimes it's like, that's what's love got to do with it, that song. I don't know why that showed up, but it's like sometimes there's more practical approaches to things, and if they're feasible, if they're, like, is it going to pay off for you in the end, or do you just keep, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I really love that situation. That's my dream, and that's great. Nothing wrong with that. But there's an aspect here, or there's something that sort of says, but I can't hang on to that forever, or something is pulling you to move forward, because it's like, it's not going to work. You're moving away from something to bring you into stability. And I think that it's tied to some financial stability with the King of Pentacles. I want some clarity on that. Let me see about this. What's this 8 of Cups? Walking away. What is this? Why, or what is this? It doesn't feel practical to me. It's like, I really love being a holistic nutritionist. That's my background. But unfortunately, it's not a way that I can really make a feasible living. At least at this time. It's not something I kind of love it. But I love it for myself and my family and my friends, but I don't really want to practice anymore. I've got a new passion. This is much better for me. It's another form of healing. The Devil. Yeah, see, it's not serving you purpose. This is lust. This is an attachment to something. This is like not necessarily healthy, right? Some people, maybe it's addictions. Love to drink and smoke all day long, but is that going to serve you? Is that going to create stability, or is that going to drain your finances? Is that going to drain your health? Is that going to create toxic environments or toxic energy or health issues type of thing? Okay. So yeah, that's the thing. It's not necessarily healthy. I used to work with chemicals. I used to work in chemical engineering. And it's like, I love helping the environment. I love the aspect of working at a chemical, like a facility to recycle, but it wasn't healthy. I ended up getting a little bit of sick from it. I had to leave. It wasn't something that was feasible for my well-being. So there's something here that's not healthy for you that, you may have to walk away from, but it's something that you're closely attached to on an emotional level, but it's not showing up for a practical purpose in your life any longer. Okay, it could even be at a point now where it's becoming unhealthy. It could be ruining or sabotaging things that, because your heart is in it, but it's now become something that is maybe unhealthy. And this could be a relationship. Really love this person, but they are an addict. I'm not judging, but it's like, they've lost all their money. They're addicted to something. You love something, but it's like that's pulling you down now. So there's letting go of attachment here to unhealthy or addictive situations that you have your hands attached to. Lust, even. 5 of Cups. Yeah. So you don't want to have regrets, or you don't want to feel like, because you're focusing on that unhealthy situation, that you're forgetting what's the 10 of Cups. You're forgetting the things that are meant for you, that you don't want to let them pass you by, because you're focusing on something here, or staying involved in a situation that it may just not be working out on a stability level. Potentially financial. I would say this could be related to work, right? I walked away from holistic nutrition, not because I don't love it, not because it's not where my heart is. It's because it's just not the amount of work involved for the low amount of pay, and it's not something that's covered under benefits, so people don't buy it. Not necessarily. I did have success, but not long term. It just wasn't flowing properly. That's too many cards. But the one that popped up was the Thunderbird. This is pretty strong energy, guys. Thunderbird energy. Supernatural power, guidance. Everyone has a task to the grand plan. Transform your powerful inner fire into light. Let's take a look here. Thunderbird. The divine messenger of the Great Spirit stands by your side, reminding you to remain aligned to the Creator and to your heart in humility. Look out for your inner fire, which you sometimes have to walk right through in order to handle it appropriately. If you have played with the fire and got burned, learn from your mistakes and forgive yourself and others. If Thunderbird appears to you, you will be given a second chance. This bird teaches you to properly guard the fire power, the torch of life, and to direct and channel these forces so that they are in harmony with the highest creative powers. My nature is fiery. With my wings I unleash mighty forces. I spark storms and lightning, and I mass together clouds. The beat of my wings is thunder. If you hear it rumbling, I am not far away. More meanings: unleashing mighty forces, balance and harmony, lighting new energy, dissolving negative collective fields, and the mastery of fire power. Your affirmation, Scorpio: I live the light from my heart's center and acknowledge the fire of the soul that burns within every living creature. I am divinely guided. So, I don't know. I hope that helps, guys. Feel like there's definitely some intense energy there with the Thunderbird, and that you're divinely guided into it's like where you're meant to be, the supernatural power, where you're meant to be. And also that energy of like maybe some of you got burned with that devil energy, the fire in that devil. You got burned. Again, it could be because of some of the choices or because you were unwilling to walk away, unwilling to let your emotions move on from something that got you caught up and got you burnt. Okay, Scorpio, I want to wish you guys a great day. I hope this reading resonates and helps. Thank you so much, everybody, for your likes, your shares, your comments. I appreciate it. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Take care.